My name is Chiang Lam, and today I will talk about identifying growth patterns and opportunities in emerging markets, specifically in Colombia with a company called Rappi. You might think that most e commerce takes place on developed markets. Even though that's true, due to the exponential growth in emerging markets in recent years, both in urbanization and in broadband connectivity, like I mentioned in my previous video, e-commerce and retail have become a very attractive opportunity for emerging markets. Even though these markets need to adjust to local conditions like payment preferences, for example, in Colombia, there is a lack of trust in credit cards. E-commerce agencies need to adjust logistics in a way they accept cash instead of having the credit card comfort they have in developed countries. One proper example of this is Rappi, a startup founded in an emerging country like Colombia that has done extraordinary in the past 3 years, attracting the interest of significant investors from the Silicon Valley. The startup not only has managed to be a promising success, but also serves as a clear example of how entrepreneurs take advantage of opportunities in emerging markets. Founded in 2015 by Sebastián Mejía, Felipe Villamarín, and Simón Borrero, Rappi is an online service that provides on-demand delivery services that connect local stores with their customer. This company is not a usual courier service. A difference like competitors such as Uber Eats, Rappi offers a variety of services delivering not only food but medicine, groceries, and even the ability to send and receive money, ATM withdrawals, and as well as the possibility to run errands through through their couriers. This fascinating mobile app that customers also can request any item and have it delivered at their homes within minutes is the idea of having an option for customers to request certain items is what draw Rappi to its success. One of the co-founders of Rappi, Sebastián Mejía, says, and I quote, "We want to be an everything store." This statement has allowed the company to raise $52.8 million in their Series B round. On December 16 of 2016, 2 years later, the company raised $130 million in their venture round. This adds up to $192 million in funding, as you can see in the picture above of Crunchbase. With the help of Y Combinator, an American accelerator, the funding of many VCs from Silicon Valley, the company has managed to achieve a massive growth in Colombia with the ability to expand to Mexico, Brazil, Chile, and Argentina. When it comes to defining Rappi's success, like any other startup in the world, there are plenty of factors that contribute to it. Whether it's the right idea, the correct market, the right timing, the execution, etc. Nevertheless, from a backward looking perspective, there are a couple of factors that contribute to Rappi's success. This is relevant in the sense that it allowed the founders of Rappi to see what was missing in Colombia's economy and provide a solution to it. For starters, the middle and upper class of Colombia has been growing in the past years, allowing the families to have a higher income and consequently higher purchasing power. The demand of meals and groceries being delivered to their homes via bicycles or motorcycles has also been increased. For developed countries, this idea never seemed possible. But because these countries have a huge uses of bikes and motorbikes, they solve two main problems. The ability of these vehicles to skip through traffic, therefore saving time and having faster deliveries, and the second opportunity for emerging countries to include a major section of the population that has been neglected for the long time. Not everyone in emerging countries have the capacity to purchase or finance a car. Instead, they rely on more affordable alternatives such as bikes and motorbikes. It's no new news that Colombia is an insecure country. Insecurity and crime levels in Colombia are significantly high. Therefore, a recurring crime in the metropolitan cities, such as Bogota, the withdrawal of cash ATMs and the robberies that occur afterwards. It, this is called Rapid Financial Services. Customers can send cash, which is approximately 130 US dollars, for a small commission. This disrupts the traditional ways of sending money through third parties such as Western Union because it's safer and at the same time it's fast. You don't need to go all the way to uh, a pharmacy to get your Western Union money. You can just call your courier and get money from them. Rappi has also adapted to Colombia's infrastructure as the usage of cash as a form of payment. Like I mentioned before, in developed countries such like the United States, the financial system is completely digitalized, where people have the ability to pay with cards or even with their phones. However, financial technology and the banking system is still very premature in emerging markets. This is why the founder of Rappi opted to combine e-commerce with cash. In fact, about 60 to 63% of orders are paid in cash, while the rest are paid via the app, using customers' credit and debit cards. Rappi's success has been a construction of innovative solutions to problems that emerging markets like Colombia have been experiencing for ages. The adoption of business models from developed countries to emerging markets have clearly shown to be unsuccessful simply because of the difference in infrastructure, economic conditions, and behavior and patterns of the consumers. Rappi's founder Sebastián Mejia has identified the following three barriers that justifies the idea of how entrepreneurs need to create business models from developed markets to emerging markets. The first barrier is technology, where the opportunities are found by working with the existing functioning technologies instead of imposing new technologies that only work elsewhere. Second, efficient logistics is a lacking factor in most emerging markets. However, the couriers of Rappi have been able to create a system of deliveries that allow fast and convenient deliveries. The third and last barrier is encountered is the premature banking system of Colombia and other emerging markets, where Rappi, as previously mentioned, solved by creating a whole financial system where people can withdraw cash, send money, and pay with cash as well. Rappi is a perfect example of opportunities that have been found in emerging markets. In countries like Colombia, Chile, Brazil, Mexico, and Argentina, countries that have shown promising outlooks for the upcoming years. In today's highly competitive environment, competition is natural. As we can see, many of examples such as Uber and Lyft, Amazon and Alibaba, and more accurate Rappi to companies like Postmates and Uber Eats are fine examples of how entrepreneurs can also become part of the scene. In emerging countries situated in Latin America, e-commerce and retail industries are predicted to grow even further by 2019. Although the numbers of Latin American are relatively small compared to Asia and North America, sales from the retail and e-commerce industry is projected to increment from $57 billion in 2016 to $84.75 billion by the year 2019. In addition, countries such as Brazil, Mexico, and Argentina are the main leaders of these industries. Hence, Rappi's decision to expand in these countries, this not only allures investors to believe in Rappi, but also on other emerging entrepreneurs that can bring value to the market. By taking advantage of these growth patterns and finding opportunities to create innovative solutions that can successfully be executed in emerging markets. Moreover, the most distinguished factor that has allowed e-commerce to flourish the way it has its increase of smartphone usage in the last couple years. In 2016, 43% of mobile users in Latin America have claimed that that they make monthly purchases through their phone. This number has clearly increased and will continue to increase as the market demands for convenience and agility when it comes to the processes and transactions. In fact, many of today's daily tasks are done through the phone, such as email, transportation, ordering food, communication, ordering groceries, etc. Adding to its previous idea, the facility for entrepreneurs to create online businesses creates many possibilities for innovative ideas to emerge. This is very interesting because it means that society is transitioning from an era where people had the need to move to a different place to get certain products to a new revolutionary time where everything can be done with a few simple taps. Thank you. You can look at all my sources that I use for this video on my essay. Thanks.